how is everyone? So pretty much I am in Brooklyn right now, and I will be taking the Ocean Parkway to the Prospect Expressway to the 278, and then over the Brooklyn Bridge, and then from the Brooklyn Bridge I will be taking the FDR Drive north. So you guys will be getting to see a little bit of Brooklyn and a little bit of Manhattan. So you're gonna see a lot of traffic just because of what happened earlier today. Somebody did run over a few people, and then there was a shootout. So I'm not sure exactly the details of what happened, or if the same things happened with both of them. If it was the same person that did both of them, or if there were two separate events. So I have no idea. So hope you guys are enjoying your Halloween. You'll see a lot of people dressed up and trick-or-treating. So I have seen, I think the most original costume that I have seen was this little baby that was dressed as a peacock, and it was so freaking cute. So far that's like the best costume I've seen. And then there was like a lady that was dressed as a unicorn, and then she had her baby was dressed as a unicorn. That one was really cute. This guy apparently doesn't give a shit. So I know you guys might not see anybody with costumes, just because it is kind of a little bit on the late side, 6 o'clock, and just because of what happened downtown, a lot of parents might actually opt out of going trick-or-treating with their kids. So who knows what happens. I'm not sure exactly what happened downtown, but I do know that there's horrible traffic on the west side of Manhattan because of that. Oh, thank you. I love that you love these videos. Hi from Rockaway. Thank you once again. So this is gonna be a very long trip. It's probably gonna be an hour trip, just because of the traffic. New York is always waiting for you. Just know that anytime you visit. So if you are going to the parade tonight, just please be careful. Just because of what happened earlier. Usually there's always something that happens every Halloween in New York City. I'm not sure why. But if you look back on every single Halloween, there's always something that has happened. So it's kind of like almost a given for something to happen during Halloween in New York City. So just be careful. If you're going trick-or-treating tonight, or if you're even just going to the parade, just be careful. You know, keep your eyes open for anything that might be suspicious. So I was gonna go to the Halloween parade, but just with what just happened earlier today, I decided not to, and also some of my friends decided not to, just because we don't want to deal with the craziness that's going on right now downtown, because there's been so far I was looking at the on the map, and there's a lot of road closures on the west side just because of what happened earlier. So if you're driving to the parade, avoid the west side, like just avoid it completely. If you're not going to the west side, then yeah, you're fine. But if you're going anywhere to the west side, if you're driving, then I would suggest you leave the car at home and take a train. Yeah, every year the Halloween parade gets bigger and bigger. So it is the largest Halloween party almost in the world. Yeah, because I actually don't know anywhere else that they do Halloween parades or parties anywhere else in the world. I have no idea, not from my knowledge. I don't think I think the New York City one is the largest one in the world. So I'm getting on to Queens, I'm sorry, what am I saying? Queens Boulevard. Ocean Parkway. So everybody's beeping because this guy's not going. Ocean Parkway. It's a really nice boulevard with beautiful houses. You can't see them right now because obviously it's late and it's dark. Yeah, every Halloween parade is always awesome. It's like, and if you don't have a costume and you go without a costume, you look like the oddball. So you look like the weirdo to everybody else because you're the only one without a costume. Everybody wears a costume. And it's also pretty cold today, so if you are going out with a costume, I would suggest that you kind of bundle up a little bit. Christmas time is completely amazing. I love New York City during Christmas time, but you know, it's not what it used to be. I remember when I was a little girl, like every store had lights up, every single store, not just the Rockefeller, not just Fifth Avenue. Everywhere you went to, there was lights everywhere. But now it's like they're being more like, you know, more self-conscious about the lights and all that stuff. So it's not what it used to be, you know, maybe 10 years ago. I remember in 1999 I went, and every single boulevard, every single street, every single avenue had lights at some point in an intersection. There was lights, there was something hanging, maybe a snowflake hanging in the middle of the intersection. There was always something, some type of decoration. And the trees used to be a lot bigger back then. So I remember being this little tiny girl, 9 years old, and seeing the Rockefeller Center for the first time, and that thing was humongous. So it was crazy. So it's not what it used to be. Christmas here is not what it used to be at all. But happy Halloween, guys. Just be careful when you go trick-or-treating out today. I'm not really sure about Ireland. I don't know if you guys actually trick-or-treat over there. But I always tell people, like, the best time to come to New York City is either in the springtime or during Christmas time. In the summer is like, it's all right in the summer, and it's more crowded in the summer, and it's just too hot. It's just too hot. You don't want to be doing anything. It's like it's just too annoying to be in like public areas with a whole bunch of people near you, and then it's like it's muggy and sticky, and yeah. So I don't recommend coming to the city during the summer. I mostly recommend it during the springtime or during Christmas time, November and December. Yeah, we don't have fireworks here. Fireworks, we only do it like in the summertime. Yeah, that's why I tell everybody when they ask what is the best time to come, I always say the springtime if you want that summer feel. It's like perfect weather. You could just put like a light sweater or a light jacket and go bike riding and actually do it and without feeling like you're gonna, you know, faint right in the middle of Central Park. So I always tell people springtime if they want to do summer activities. So like sometime in June, late June, if they want to get a little bit of the springtime plus the summertime, then I will say late June, early July. If you want to do the springtime, then I will say May, and in June. April, it's like in April the trees are still shy. They haven't really bloomed yet, and it's usually raining. So don't come in April, don't come in March or in February or in January if you don't want to deal with snow, because that's like our snowing time. But summertime is just too freaking hot. It's just too hot to be doing too many activities, and you know, here you have to walk everywhere to get the most out of your trip. And that's why I always say either the springtime or in December or in January. January sometimes, because sometimes they leave up some of the lights. And if you do stay for New Year's Eve here and you want to go to Times Square for New Year's Eve, good luck, because you're gonna be there the whole day. You have to be there literally from like 9 o'clock in the morning all the way till like 3 in the morning. So I'm still on Ocean Parkway just because there's a little bit of traffic. So definitely that's why it's taking a little longer to get onto the 278. So this guy's riding a bike and drinking a soda at the same time. So now I'm on Prospect Expressway, and this goes to the 278, which is the BQE, and I'm just taking it out to the Brooklyn Bridge, and I will be going over the Brooklyn Bridge, so you guys will be getting to see that. What else are you guys gonna see? The FDR. So you guys are also gonna see the Empire State Building. So there's a few things to see. Thank you, Catherine. Nobody really knows what's going on. All I've heard was that there was one guy that rented out a Home Depot truck and just plowed into people, and there are 2 dead from that. And then there was another one where there was a shootout where it killed about 6 people. So I'm not sure, because I heard that it was one guy who plowed into people and then he got out and started shooting everyone. There's another news station that's saying that they're two separate accounts. So I'm not sure what exactly happened. So once I get home, I'm sure I'll be able to read what's really going on. But I did check my map, and it was like everything is closed down on the west side. So if you are going anywhere downtown, try to avoid the west side completely. Yeah, so I'm not really sure if it's like the same person that just rammed into a whole bunch of people and then just started shooting. I'm not sure if it's two different separate, you know, separate incidents. So I am not sure what's going on because I've been driving all day, so I haven't been able to go on my phone and actually look at the news. Yeah, so you know, like our elections are up soon, and you know, there's just people with mental problems. I feel like a lot of the things that happen in America is because we lack the fundamental abilities to treat people with mental illnesses, and that's the main reason why we have so many shootouts. Because people don't get the attention. A lot of people in America do not acknowledge mental illness as an actual illness. They just say, hey, you're fine, you know, that's just stupid, you know. So I feel like if America took the initiative of actually treating mental illness as it is an illness, then we will probably have less shootouts and less people doing crazy shit like they done. Because if you look back on in the summer, the guy who plowed into 42nd, he was suffering from post-traumatic depression or something like that, post-traumatic trauma or something like that. I don't remember. He was in the army and he was suffering from that. So I feel like if we as a country start acknowledging a little bit more mental illness, I think then we can potentially avoid a lot more shootouts. Because if you look back on all the people that did shootouts, they do have some type of mental illness, one way or another. And I think that's our problem as a country. We do not acknowledge it as an actual illness. And, you know, people that do stuff like that, just, you know, ram their car into somebody, that's you obviously have to be dealing with something to just go ahead and do that. Or think that it's okay to do that. So you guys can kind of see the One World Trade Center in the background. It looks like something so tiny, but it's not that tiny. My next trip is to London, so I am thinking about doing a Euro trip. So I am not sure where exactly I'm gonna do. I do want to take a Euro trip, so I'm planning that in a year or so. Yeah, it's always something going on Halloween Day in New York City. I'm not sure why, but there's always something that happens on Halloween Day. So you guys can see, you guys can see the One World Trade Center. It's the one with the antenna. where traffic begins. I mean, there's always traffic, so no surprise there. So our elections are coming up for a new mayor. I'm not sure how many of you that are watching are actually New Yorkers, but I need a mayor that's gonna do something about this damn traffic, because no mayor has ever tried to kind of point out the issues of our highway system or our road systems. No major highways have been updated since the 1950s, and you know, the driving number has increased since the 1950s. So we have about 3.1 million drivers in New York City. So yeah, it's time to kind of update the roads to accommodate that many drivers. So we'll see what happens with the next mayor. Getting closer to the city now. see the One World Trade. You know, it looks very small in the camera, but it's actually really a lot closer and a lot taller and a lot bigger. So don't let the camera fool you. We're moving along. can still see the little Empire State Building. I'm not really sure what the colors are representing today. I'm not sure if they're like for Halloween or not. So the truck is blocking you guys' view. It's actually a nice view over here, but the truck is blocking it. There you go. So now we're about to take the Brooklyn Bridge. So I usually, like out of all the 3 bridges and the tunnels that go over the East River into Lower Manhattan, I actually like taking the Brooklyn Bridge because it connects directly into the FDR. The Manhattan and the Williamsburg do not connect to the FDR, so you actually have to drive and then drive up and then go onto it. So it's like it doesn't throw you right, it doesn't spit you right out into the FDR. So that's why I like to actually do it from the Brooklyn Bridge, because it leaves me right on it. So you'll get more views, so stay tuned. As I go over the Brooklyn Bridge, you'll get more views of it and the city. like the Brooklyn Bridge because there's no commercial traffic, so no trucks can go on the Brooklyn Bridge. So that's the other good thing. So you're not dealing with trucks. This is like downtown Brooklyn. So I'm about to go over the Brooklyn Bridge. So if you see those here, those three blinking lights, I think they're helicopters because of what happened earlier. So obviously something's going on, that there's like a lot of traffic on here. Because usually this is like smooth sailing. Oh, so the Empire State Building is having a light show. And there's a few witches walking on the on the Brooklyn Bridge. You guys can't see them. So something's going on. There's the New York City Explorer who's filming. If If you want to add me personally, it's Stefry Sanchez. There's a page. It's Stefry and then Sanchez. There's no Mickey here. Yeah, this is the New York City Explorer. This is not Live with Mickey. That's a different page. Yeah, I am Stefry Sanchez. So Stefry, and you'll see my page. It'll say Stefry Sanchez. So this is why there's a lot of traffic. You're welcome. Hi, Irina. I hate you, Irina. My name is spelled S as in Sam, T as in Tom, E as in elephant, F as in Frank, R as in Robert, Y as in yellow. And then once you type that in, it should come out, the page should come out Stefry Sanchez. Right now under the Brooklyn Bridge. So there's the Brooklyn Bridge again. Hello. So once you type the name Stefry and then last name is Sanchez, it should come up. I can always share the page on the New York City Explorer later. So right now guys, I'm in Manhattan. I am on the East Side Highway, also known as the FDR Drive. So I was running smoothly up until this point. I have a profile picture of myself. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's like me with like a pink blanket on the background. I just sent the text to everyone, so you should see it how it's spelled. You're welcome. So next, you guys are gonna be, I'm pretty much driving uptown on the East Highway. So you will see me pass the Empire State Building, and from what I've seen coming over the Brooklyn Bridge, it looked like they was having a light show. So we'll see when we get to that point what exactly they're doing. Yeah, that's a little odd because I'm like, there's only one Steffrey Sanchez. So unless somebody making fake profiles of me. So what I'll do, I'll share my page after this video, and you can always look back on the page, on the New York City's page, and then actually see the right page for it. I think I have like take a picture of my face and just and I think there's like a pink background. I don't remember which one I have. Coming up is going to be the Empire State Building. So it is having a light show because earlier it was a different color. So the Empire State Building is a lot bigger than what is showing you on the camera. So yeah, it's having a little bit of a light show right now. Yeah, so there should be two pages. One is Fifi and one is Steffrey. So it's the Steffrey page. New York is at this time. Try to make it into town, but if you are coming next year, try to come in the spring, fall, or in during the Christmas time. Those are the best times. Try to avoid coming in the summer because it's too hot. It gets too hot for anything, to do anything. I'm not doing no Halloweenish things today. I like that you like watching my videos. So if you never drove in the Big Apple, this is what it's like. So now I'm making my way into uptown of Manhattan. And making my way closer to the Bronx. So I'm not sure in the UK if you guys drive on the opposite side, the wheels on the opposite side, and you guys, I'm not sure if you drive on the opposite side of the road. much seeing 3 different boroughs in one video. Yeah, I don't know how I can do that. I don't think I will be able to drive on the opposite side of the road. It's just weird. Or on the opposite side of the car. I don't know, I find it weird. I'm pretty sure it's normal to you guys. And now I'm going in over a bridge that's going straight over into the Bronx. So you guys will get to see a little bit of the Bronx too. Yeah, you got to see a little bit of Harlem. Now we're in the Bronx. And you'll get to see a little bit of the Bronx highways, because I'm not really doing local. And just because if I went local, you guys won't be able to see anything, just because it's too much lights. Yeah, I'm sure after I had some practice, not freaking out on the left, you know, on the right side, I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. So those big buildings that we just passed, that's what we call here the projects. That's the ghetto. For those of you that don't know. Well, you know what the funny thing is that they did a study show that roundabouts actually reduce traffic. One, they also reduce accidents, and they're just fun to go around. So and they're much faster, so they're faster than like regular lights. So I feel like if maybe they start putting roundabouts everywhere in New York City, maybe the traffic will go a little bit quicker, because it's literally shown that it goes better. You know, like the one on Columbus Circle, it has traffic lights, so it doesn't really count. It has traffic lights, so it's not like a roundabout where you yield and go. It's like a literally. And that's the other thing, people in New York City, when they drive, they're crazy. So I want to show you guys a little, well, it's not a little bridge, it's a big bridge, but it's a little gem that's here in the Bronx that many people do not know about. If I ask all of you what is the oldest bridge in New York City, what would many of you respond? And I'm guaranteeing you that many of you cannot tell me what is the oldest bridge in New York City. So everybody take a guess. What is the oldest bridge in New York City? sucks if the UK has traffic lights on their roundabouts. No, because the roundabouts with traffic lights is just confusing. But like if it's just roundabouts that yield, and then they, you know, that'll be fine. Yes, so obviously, Steve, then you pay attention when I post things. So yes, there is the oldest bridge is actually High Bridge, and it connects the Manhattan to the Bronx. It was built about 20 years before the Brooklyn Bridge, and it did have a purpose. It had a purpose. It's a walking bridge. There's no cars that can go on it, and the purpose was to pump in fresh water from upstate Westchester into Manhattan. So now it doesn't do that anymore, obviously, but that was the purpose of it when it was first built. It went out of commission in like 1939, I want to say, or in the 1930s. I do know it went out of commission. So I'm going to be passing it. So it has these beautiful archways that is like nothing else in New York City. So there's nothing else like it. It is a gorgeous building. It's a bridge, not a building. And they light it up at night, so it's really, really nice at night. So I will be passing it, so you guys can get to see that. So the bridge is coming up now. So like I said, it has these gorgeous archways that are really, really, it's just beyond. And then with it being lit up, it looks amazing. So you can see that. So this bridge is actually 20 years older than the Brooklyn Bridge. It's just the architecture is like beautiful. And there you go. Alright guys, so I am heading now home. So I'll let you guys go so you guys all can, you know, get ready for Halloween things, or ready for bed, whichever one helps you out better. Whichever one floats your boat. Okay guys, so have a good night. Enjoy your Halloween, everyone. And stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And please, if you have some sexy costumes, definitely cover up, because it's so cold out. Bye guys.